set to match up between the Chicago Bears and the Green Bay Packers. This is fielded at the goal line. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Let's go. He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming, double up. Check 3, check 3. No. Off. 6.
Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
It's now 3rd down and 4.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4.
It's going to be a long day, offense. Right. Under 10, 10. Hey, 88. 58, right over there.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 14 yards, good for a Packer 1st down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front and linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Rodgers now, 1st down. Now that'll be caught by St. Brown. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Still a few inches short of a 1st down as they come up now on 2nd down.
It's our field. Hey, it's our house. Get 300.
From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Now Rodgers, eluding the pressure right, and that's incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
Watch tight end. 3 down. Come to 50. Hey, you block over here. 3 down, you down. Back. Right now. You got 58. Hatch Patch it. Shift. Undercrush. Teammate. Kill. Turn up. Kill.
Rodgers now throwing again. Flushed out right. And now he's going to use his legs. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for third down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
And this will be play number 8 of the opening drive. It's 3rd and short.
Here we go. Ball. Kill. Get up. Check hot route. Hot. Quick dash. Come. Check.
Working from the gun. Rodgers going to throw deep for the end zone. Brings up 4th down. Solid coverage by the Bears D.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Able to move the ball on that drive. Yes, just 3 points, but 4 first downs were in there.
Yeah, and you can look at it and feel pretty good about the whole thing and think, okay, this should continue throughout this ball game. On the flip side, if you're a defender, it's almost like, whew, we only gave up 3. They moved the ball on us pretty well.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Here's Trubisky. And he's got him. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes... Takes it across the 40-yard line.
A gain of 18 on the play. First down, Bears.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
You got tight. You got tight. You got tight.
Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
How about his performance last week? Over 200 yards. I think his decisiveness, one cut and he goes, that's what's really made him pile up the yardage.
And the yardage he piled up last week, easily honored with NFC Offensive Player of the Week.
I would have voted for him.
And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Here we go. He's checking. He's checking. Scratch. That's X3. 218. Chop it. That's a what? That's a what? Hey, alert. Hey.
From midfield now, here's Trubisky. Going up top for Miller. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Chicago. Anthony Miller, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Bears have taken the lead. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This will be taken short. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Hey, Zoo.
After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Back for the second quarter in Green Bay. It's the Packers in possession of the football as they've got it 2nd down and 12. On 2nd and 12, Rodgers got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
I'm going to run you. Wide left. Get wide. Tighten up. Over here.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. He's got Adams on the hookup. And he's got the first down, yardage before being taken down at midfield. Rodgers finding Adams for a Packer first.
First down.
319. Hey, check 24. Check 24. Go to 50. Hey, you block over here. Get 300. Get 300.
From midfield, here's Rodgers. It's caught here by Adams. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. A gain of 6 there on first.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. They'll run it now out of the gun. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Tackle made by Everson Griffin.
It's now 3rd and 4.
The Packers on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Shotgun now for Rodgers. That's into the hands of Edwards. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Rodgers will bring him up to the line, 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. Moving backwards on 1st down, never a good thing. What does that do for the mindset on 2nd down?
Well, it changes your play call, definitely, because as a play call, you're advancing yourself thinking, okay, we're going to get a gain here. Now you've got to go back in reverse, come up with something to pick up not just the yardage lost, but gain a few extra.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
On 2nd and 11 now. Rodgers nowhere to escape, and he goes down. That's sacked by Khalil Mack.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long.
94. Box it. Shoot. I got you. 94 is the mark. 94 is the mark. Come to my right left. We won.
Now Rodgers operating from the gun. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Everson Griffin on the sack, taken to the 4th round back in 2010. What a steal. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. 16 yards is the pickup there and a 1st down for Chicago.
One of the selling points of the corner route is usually the receiver is able to move away from the defender. But in this case, he didn't get that far away.
2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3 our score. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. First down, a run with Cohen. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And gets it across the 50 and down to the 48. 16 yards is the pickup there on a first down for Chicago.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Check, Mike 42. 6-man. Red, check.
On first down, they go right back to Cohen. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Hey, man. Watch the boot. Hey, 18. Go. Quit talking about it and bring it.
From the shotgun is Trubisky. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Now Trubisky on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Give the sack to Blake Martinez.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
On second down now, it's Cohen. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. The Packers bringing in an extra member of the secondary here to try for the third down stop.
Let's go, defense.
On third down, a run with Cohen. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up fourth down.
It's now 4th down.
And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. It'll be a 49-yard attempt from the left hash. And this one is right down the middle. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Throwing here, Trubisky. Able to find Shaheen here. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
On 3rd down, Cohen. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
The first carry for Josh Adams. He'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. From the 45 on 2nd down, Trubisky. That is caught by Cohen. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Trubisky will come up here 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game. Now it's Trubisky. This one into the hands of Burton. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Now Trubisky to throw. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Dean Lowry. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
3rd and 15.
After that sack we just saw, Trubisky and the Bears deal with a 3rd and long.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Alert. Just like that. Mike 50, Mike 50.
Now Trubisky on 3rd and long. He finds an open man, Simpson. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 32-yard line. I think everyone in the stadium saw that big hit coming.
And I, as a former defensive back, have to admit I'm a little disappointed. He actually was able to hold on to the ball. He brought the lumber on that play. Give my man a whole lot of credit for taking the hit and possessing the football.
And picking up the first down. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he's going to get it down to the 14-yard line. 18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the first.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
50's a Mike. 50's a Mike. I got you, boy. I got you, boy.
Now they'll run it with Cohen. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Tariq Cohen, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as the Bears push further out in front. A good, sustained drive there this third quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And their halftime hole now even deeper. They need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Khalil Mack able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening.
And that's his second sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Now Jones. And that closed up quickly there as he gets it up only to about the 17. Akeem Hicks that time on the tackle.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Watch the twist. 49. We are going. Check 43. Check 43. Kill. Hey, turn it up. Put a 50.
Now Rodgers from the gun, he'll throw. And that is incomplete.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Here's J.K. Scott now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35.
At their own 31-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And they will score. It's a Packer touchdown. So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it bit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went the other direction, excellent blocking, and picked up a touchdown.
Tavecchio good on the extra point, and that slices the lead down to 17-10. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They'll start things on first with Torrey Cohen. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. They run on second down with Adams. And he'll go down, and that will do it. for the third quarter of action. Back now at Lambeau. It's Bears football here. They also have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4. The Bears on third down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Mike's 4-2. Mike's 4-2.
Now it's Trubisky. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. He's got a man. Complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Well, that's how you convert on third down with an explosive gain of 34. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Trubisky. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Slipping into the backfield for the sack was Oren Burks.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
On 2nd down, it's Cohen. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. Preston Smith there on the stop.
And this is why the head coach gets paid the big bucks. Look at where they are in this situation, partner. Do you throw the ball here in a long-distance situation? Do you run it again and trust your defense and make sure you take care of the ball and punt it away? What kind of options do you have here, and what do you trust more on your team?
Yeah, they may have just pushed him back into that throwing situation. We'll see. They do get 18, but even that won't be quite enough. It's 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And this one is right down Broadway. And they double him up here. That makes our score 20-10. So his 2nd field goal of the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the 4th quarter, push their backs clearly against the wall.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. We got 4. We got 4. 58, right over there, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Switch up.
To throw is Rodgers. Going to throw again. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. The Packers on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 4.
36.
They'll run it with Jones. He finds an opening past the 40. And finally down at the 41-yard line. It's a gain of 16 and a 1st down for the green and gold.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, Rodgers, and nearly picked off there, and it would have been a great time for their first pick. Instead, it's second down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Here now is second and 10, again from the 41.
Kelly, go left, Kelly. Check 25, check 25. Hey, alert 3, alert 3. Switch, switch, switch.
Rodgers now to throw again. Looking sideline, incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Big play coming up. Here's third and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. This one to the right, caught by Valdez-Scantling. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. First down, and he gets out of bounds.
You have to like the play calling because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and incompletions to use the clock.
Here's Rodgers. Escaping the pressure right. And this is incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
After the incomplete pass, here now is second and 10. To throw again, Rodgers. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Joker, 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 Joker. Slam, slam, slam. Here, Mike.
Throwing is Rodgers on third down. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
To throw is Rodgers. Man open, and St. Brown has got it. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 17 yards on the play there as the Packers have the first down as well. So first and 10 now from the 30.
Go, go, go. Switch. Go right.
Rodgers to throw once more. Steps away to his left. And an alley to run. And he slides to avoid the hit. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
Into the red zone. It's Rodgers. That is caught inside the 5. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
First and goal at the 3-yard line.
So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got it first and goal as they look to punch in a late score.
Shoot, shoot, shoot. Yeah, Liz. Hey, take 26.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. Oh, no, he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, that drive wasn't a case of wanting to put points on the board. It was needing to, having to, and they didn't get it done.
Yeah, didn't get it done, and now you look at the situation and the point differential, 2 scores, pretty much game, set, match.
How about the takeaway, though, huh? How about those defensive guys?
Now, following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. Now, after the fumble recovery, it's Rodgers. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. It was Roquan Smith who got his big hand in there to knock it away. Back-to-back great plays defensively. You get the sack on 1st and goal. A great job in coverage there. All of a sudden, they're looking at 3rd and goal from further back than when they started.
And the really good play callers look ahead and down and distance sequence. Now he's got to backtrack a little bit and go maybe off his play sheet to try and dial something up here.
You got to think this is likely 4-down territory anyway, but they'll try to punch it in now on 3rd and goal.
He's coming. We got
To throw is Rodgers. Flush to his right. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
When it's 3rd and goal, you don't need to make a heroic play. You just need to make a play and able to knock that one away. That was really nice.
Yeah, I don't think going for the interception, like you said, just wanted to make sure that the ball hit the ground, and it did.
I'm going to call heroic anyway.
The kick by Tavecchio is good, and that will tighten this one up a bit. Now a 1-score game at 20-13. So you knew one way or another that they needed the 2 scores. They get the easy one out of the way. Now they'll get the ball back, hopefully.
Yeah, and the question is, how do you accomplish that? Do you onside kick it? Or since you have all 3 timeouts, do you kick it deep? To me, I'm playing field position. With all 3 timeouts, I kick it deep and try and pin them back there. Now, that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are. They begin the drive on the ground with Cohen. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. Oh, Trubisky going to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. And I think the ball's out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
They run on 1st down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's 2nd down now. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They try again with Cohen. And, oh, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a 1st down. Wow, a personal foul at this stage in the 4th. Hard to believe.
Really hard to believe, and now that glow of hope that you had begins to flicker out, doesn't it?
Yep. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. The win for the Bears just around the corner. They go down to a knee.
We go! 50, plant! That's the way.
The win for the Bears just around the corner. They go down to a knee.
A loss of a yard on the play. And it's third down.
So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And I know I'm not breaking any news when I say that any road win in this league is a good one.
No doubt.
But it's a double bonus when you get a victory on the road in your division.
And when you start a season, each team breaks down their schedule in different ways. Some do it every 4 games, right? Let's go quarterly. Others say, listen, we've got to take care of our home field. And, you know, out of a 16-game season, if you get 8 at home, let's at least win 7 at home and split our road games. That's what you're trying to get done. So you're exactly right. A road win, precious, especially within the division.
So for the Bears, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Packers, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.